Kristen Keith here with Dr. Lopiano. Thank you for joining me. You were really a hot spitfire out there, and I enjoyed a lot of the things that you actually said. What were some of the most pressing issues addressed today in college athletics?
I don't think there's any question that the big issue right now is the Big Five conferences and the FBS being very selfish about keeping the football national championship money and trying to convince the public that somehow this is good because they're going to be able to provide cost of education and better benefits for their basketball and football players. The fact of the matter is that the NCAA should own the FBS football championship, the college football playoff. All that money should be used to benefit all NCAA student athletes. We are very remiss in that we have not provided athletic injury insurance for all 480,000 of those student athletes, like the catastrophic policy the NCAA currently has right now. We can use that $440 million to completely fund cost of attendance, increases in scholarships for all 300 plus Division I institutions instead of just the Big Five 65 member institutions. It's a very selfish position. It's being offered under the guise of autonomy and helping athletes, and I think it's a virtual lie.
If the Big Five does pull away from the NCAA, what are the repercussions going to be?
I think they wouldn't dare, because it would leave them alone out there for antitrust lawsuits. They would be easy pickings in terms of the athlete employment issue, because that is where the extreme cases of athlete demands are being held. And I think they need the rest of the NCAA, those 1,000 institutions, to be able to tell the story of the aggregate good that most students do get a college education. So I invite them to leave and try it. I don't think they can do it.
What is your position on whether or not athletes should be paid, whether or not that's monetary gains or, more health care? What is your position on that?
No, I don't think college athletes should be paid. I do believe that they should be given tremendous health and educational benefits, and that we are not doing the job in that regard. We aren't paying for athlete injury insurance. Most institutions are playing off of athletes' individual policies or their parent policies, and the athlete is left holding the bag. There's no reason why athletic scholarships can't be up to federally mandated levels of full cost of attendance. I think we can even do more for athletes in football and basketball in terms of disability insurance. If you're in a professional draft right now, the NCAA will guarantee that you can get a disability policy, but the athlete has to pay for it. Yeah, the NCAA can pay for that stuff. So there's plenty more we can do for athletes on the side of educationally sound support that falls far short of pay for play.
What was the significance of today's forum? It was the first in a series of forums. What was the importance that you take away from today, and would you maybe be a panelist on a later forum?
Well, I think any effort, and I have to compliment the Big 12, any effort to increase the transparency of all these issues and the public's understanding of them is a sound higher education position, and so they should be commended. And I'm always available to say my piece.
I really enjoyed hearing your words. Thanks so much for joining us. Stay tuned. We have many more interviews coming from today's State of College Athletics Forum.